In deep temperate lakes, water temperatures vary according to depth. In winter, the coldest water is at the top, in summer at the bottom. The changes in temperature distribution or turnover occur in fall and late winter. Lake trout will be found as a rule in the coldest water. So if anglers seek lake trout in deep temperature lakes, while these lakes are partially iced over in late winter, they will do the best to eschew the lake trout summer haunts and fish instead. Summer haunts and fish instead in a shallow bay or close to the surface off a rocky point.
Awesome. What's our conclusion?
The last sentence, starting
Yep.
from so.
So if anglers seek lake trout in deep temperate lakes, while these lakes are partially iced over in late winter, they will do best to eschew the lake trout's summer haunts and fish instead over here. So what is our reasoning for that?
Right. Okay. Yeah, this is like what I was confused about because I feel like I just did not understand this
This
whole.
is a hard one.
Yeah.
So we're saying in deep temperate lakes, water temperatures vary according to depth. So in winter, the coldest water is at the top. So if we have winter, and this is our water, we have cold at the top, right?
Mhm.
And then in summer, our coldest water is at the bottom.
Mhm.
The change in temperature distribution or the turnover occur in fall and late winter. So winter, I'm trying to think. So we go to winter to fall. So here's where the turnover happens, right?
Mhm.
And so where do you think that the water is in fall?
Like the middle.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, so if anglers seek lake trout in deep temperate waters while these lakes are partially iced over in late winter, so we're talking about this time period here, right? Potentially getting here. They will do best to eschew the lake trout's summer haunts and fish instead in a shallow bay or close to the surface of a rocky point.
Wait,
Why would that be though?
isn't late winter go into summer to spring?
Oh, I'm sorry. So this is spring.
Okay, okay.
So
Yes.
late winter, but if we had fall, I think that that would also be a same like turnover period.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so if wranglers seek
And
lake
I'll
trout
put it over here.
okay, so we're in late winter. Okay. So like is the assumption that um the wait.
Okay, so they're telling us that if they are seeking in late winter, and this is the turnover period, but they're telling us that in the turnover period, they're going to do better in a shallow bay or close to the surface of a rocky point.
Then they like warmer water?
Okay, go ahead and read through the answer choices and let me know what you think.
Okay. The ease with which lake trout can be caught by anglers varies with the time of year and the water temperature.
What do you think of that one? Is that necessary?
I think yeah.
Okay, keep going.
I think okay. Cold water is denser and therefore heavier than relatively warm water. I don't.
Do we care that cold water is denser and heavier?
Okay. Lake trout are found exclusively in deep temperate lakes. I don't think so. Because then why are the
Ex-
anglers going to shallow bay?
Exclusively? That's way
Yeah.
too strong.
Okay. Okay. Lake trout do not alter their feeding habits from one part of the year to another. Um, no, I don't think so. Because maybe like they're always looking. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, actually,
maybe
that
they alter their feeding habits. We don't care about lake trout.
no, we don't care. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. In deep temperate lakes that have ice residues on the surface, late winter turnover has not yet occurred.
So where is lake trout found?
Okay, the coldest water.
And if they're saying that in late winter, so in this part here,
Mhm.
better off going on top,
Right.
what must be true then if they're saying like, hey, this is where we want to fish is at the top.
Then they like cold water
Mhm.
instead of warm water, right? Because they want to be in the coldest water.
Yes. So between A and E, what is wrong with mom? Which one do you
So
think?
I think that A maybe like we don't necessarily talk about E's. So like that's not really a
And
topic that
E's of what too? The water temperature, right? Where we just know that these are found in cold water. So that doesn't mean
right,
they're necessarily easier to be caught in cold water. It just means what? That they're more likely to be there.
right.
And there's just like more little fishes up here, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that if we have a fish down here, it's harder to catch it. It just means that there's just
Or
fewer.
that they're there. Like it's going to the place where they're most likely to be, not where they're most likely to catch.
Yes, like it could be the same, but
Okay.
and then so why does E have to be right? Like why is that needed? So what if the deep temperate lakes that had ice residue had occurred already?
If it had occurred already,
So
and
if
they'd
so we have our winter here and then we have we have our winter, we have our late winter, and then we have our summer. We have our cold water on the top here. We have our cold water on the bottom here. We know that the trout is in cold water. What happens if the late revenue has not turned over or has occurred? Where
yeah,
would the cold water be if the late winter turnover had happened?
yeah. So the cold water would be at the bottom. So the trout
Yeah.
would be at
So where would we be telling people to fish in a shallow bay or close to the surface?
no. At the we tell them like go to a deep place.
Yes. So it needs to be true that in this late winter, the turnover hasn't happened yet. Like we still
Okay.
are fishing up here.
Okay. So funnily enough, I picked A originally. So it was still